Lesson 4 of Scales with Character. We just got done with C major. Now we're going to go to F major, and let's use the F major scale to develop our upper range. Let's get to work. Hey there, this is Brandon Dix, and I'm the author of Scales with Character. Today we're going to talk about the F major scale and how we can develop our upper range with this scale.
Finally, we're going to be talking about something I actually need help with.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
What?
Nothing. Well, Clone, I just want to be clear that this is going to be a long process, and you're not going to get a secure high range right away.
Yeah, cool. Just tell me how to do it.
Well, we're going to start on the exercise of F major, walk halfway up to the C, get a nice balanced idea while we're doing constant.
No. Just tell me how to get the high note. It's more air or something, right?
It's more complicated than that.
Man, you should be much better at this. Don't you have like degrees or something? I mean, you should be much
Hey
better.
man, I wish there was an easy answer like more air, but there's so many different variables that can happen with each individual person. Like it could be something with the embouchure, it could be something with the oral cavity. There's just so many different variables. It takes diligent practice and knowing what you need to work on specifically, okay?
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Just listen to me, okay? Here we go, F major. So today we're going to be in page 6 through 9 of the Scales with Character book, and we're going to be dealing with F major, both the exercises and the etudes. Go to bdixmusic.com, bdixmusic.com if you don't have a copy of the book. Depending on how comfortable you are with F major, you might want to start with the scale, or you want to start with the exercise. Let's start with measure 1 of the exercise. So we're looking for a consistent sound from the F to the C. So we need to think about our constant air like we talked about in lesson 1 and just have that flowing all the way from F to C. When we get to the C, we need to be balanced up there and feel comfortable so we're able to go even higher. To help myself with this balance, I think about 3 different components that alter as I'm going through the range of the trumpet. So here's some ideas to help you out. The first one being the air. We can actually change the air direction, and we also can change the air speed slightly only with the air speed because we don't want to manipulate it that much. So when we go up in the range, there's some pressure that comes back at us at the trumpet. And we use the airspeed just a little bit to say, no, we're in control, not the trumpet. To give an example of this, basically, the idea is instead of aiming right here into the mouthpiece, we're aiming right here. It's not about more air and pushing it to this point. We don't want to push at all. We want to aim right here and think about the airspeed going faster. I use the visual here because it gives us a target instead of forcing and going. We don't want any of that. So if you're having a problem with the C, you may not be aiming correctly right here. You may be back in your mouth here, and you need to go directly to the mouthpiece. This is usually why some people need to say you need to use more air, because the air is trapped back here for your target and not directly to the mouthpiece. Let's try using our constant air to go to the F, so measure 2. Here we go. Now let's put this into a routine so we can practice it. If that F is troublesome for you, start with the exercise and play all the first line. Stop, see how easy that C was. See if you need to readjust your balance to make it easier. From there, you do the second line, and this is where you do some shedding. Attempt the first measure going all the way up to the F. If you can't get it yet, go up only one note. Go up to the D, C, then D. From there, go C, D, E, work on your balance with your air to get it more effective. You keep going up until you get to that F. If you get tired, take a break. Don't waste your chops. These are muscles, they're gonna get tired. Please don't hurt yourself while you're doing this. So after you take that break, play the full second line. You're attempting to get that F. Even though you don't think you can, you gotta attempt to do it. From here, let's go into the thirds pattern and test some things out. So with exercise 1 of the thirds pattern, we're going to slur each cluster so we can actually get some lip slurs working. This will force us to find each pitch instead of just walking up to them. So it's a little double check to be sure if we actually found where each note lies. We need to have our constant air through all this, but we might need a little bit more of a boost for this exercise. This is where our second component comes in, the oral cavity and or our tongue. We may need to push our tongue up and forward in order to have these notes pop up when we're doing these slurs. It's tricky to get them, and this can give us an extra little boost that we need to bump it up. Here's an example of what that sounds like. Sometimes people use vowels to describe this. As an example, people say oh for lower notes, so oh. Tongue is down. Or they use e for higher notes, e. So adding this to your routine, you should be playing all of exercise 1, slurring each cluster and attempting all of these lip slurs. Start with line 1 and then go to line 2 and attempt it. Just like the scale exercise, if you're having trouble with the second line, take it cluster by cluster. Go higher and higher and then attempt all of them. And don't worry, you're gonna have another try to attempt all of it. Once you finish exercise 1, then you move over to the character study, the fun part. We attempted to work everything out, now we need to focus on musicality. Let's put all this on the back burner and let's focus on what is a part of this etude. So this is a songful lullaby, so this is a sweet lyrical etude where we focus on connected notes. Let's check out the phrasing of this etude. It's actually divided between each line of the etude on purpose. Sometimes phrases can be divided into a question or an answer, and that is very clear in this etude. Notice to the first line of this etude. Notice it's kind of asking a question. When you get to the second line of the etude, it actually answers that question. So this is divided with questions and answers for this whole etude. Listen. So it keeps on going back and forth between questions and answers with each one. This helps you define it just a little bit faster. Now check out measure 17 in it, and or the second to last line in the etude. Notice what comes back up, that thirds pattern, the slurs. It's in the etude, you have no other option but to tackle it. Now that we're in the etude, let's focus on our musicality and not how to play it. Think about how it's supposed to sound and really define the character. Listen to an example of this. The character needs to be the priority when we're first attempting it. However, that may not be realistic sometimes. If you're struggling to just get the notes, focus on one of those physical components, either the air or the oral cavity. Only one at a time. If you're getting the note but it has a weird sound, focus on your air. If you can't get the note to come out, then focus on the oral cavity or your tongue. Remember to say E when you go up to the higher note. I'll be releasing a demonstration video so you can get a model of what it's supposed to sound like. This is your attempt to really solidify the upper range and the final little test for it. So come here if you really want to test out that F and get it secured. Now you may be thinking, well, Brandon, you said there's 3 components that we're supposed to be talking about. Well, that's going to be for another video. This video is already long enough, sorry. We're just out of time for the video. We're definitely going to be talking about the upper range some more, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can get notified when the latest video is releasing. Be sure to like this video and also share it so we can get more people added to this community. Stay tuned for lesson 5. I'll see you guys next time. Remember to practice with character. Sometimes people use vowels to describe this. As an example, people say oh for lower notes, so oh. Tongue is down.
Yeah, I don't buy it.